Right then, this is a quick walk around video, and this is for a Honda CR-V 1.6 SE diesel. 63 plates, as you can see. This car's covered 88,000 miles with a full service history and will come freshly MOT'd actually. It's in absolutely lovely condition. It's the reason we bought it actually. The outside's lovely, the interior is one of the best I've seen for any age or mileage. Front of the car there, lights and lenses clear, intact, no cracks, no condensation. Bumper's really clean, likewise the bonnet for a car the miles. It's hard to see a stone chip on there at all. Near side of the vehicle, again, absolutely smooth in the panel work and really clean. The odd tiny little stone chip, and that's about the sum total of it. Near side front alloy, one takes all of the bashing and exhibits virtually nothing at all. Remaining panel work again, really good, with only the lightest of marks occasionally there, but near side rear alloy in lovely condition again, just minor abrasion right on the outside. And then around the back of the car, bumper corners really good, tailgate really good as well. Offside of the vehicle, driver's side, as with the near side, really clean again in the panels. Offside rear alloy, again, lovely condition, and the remaining panel work, and really nice. And offside front alloy, again, in really good condition there. I mean, it really is, for the age and mileage of the vehicle, that's an absolutely fantastic condition, with, again, as I said, just only the odd really light mark. If the exterior was good, the interior is absolutely amazing in this car. With the boot, I mean, I've bought cars with less than 20,000 miles with boots that don't look as good as that. It looks as though it's hardly ever been used in the back. Let's come to the back of the car. This is the Achilles heel of all family cars, where the kids sit. And with CR-Vs, quite often they can be quite bashed about, but the back of the car, again, it's in absolutely fantastic condition. It does have a habit of making the seats look slightly pinky on the sections. It isn't, it's pure black. It's just the video and the colouring they use for some reason does make it look like that, but it is pure black. It's coming to the front now, again, all wonderfully clean. Passenger seat on the front there, again, in absolutely superb condition. So finally, just come to the driver's door, again, all absolutely superbly clean. Driver's seat itself is in brilliant condition for the age and mileage of the vehicle. Just a tiny bit of squidging as it gets in and out, but that's it. It is remarkable. So inside the car now, engine's running to this section, so the dash, as always, can be seen illuminated. Dashboard, again, wonderful condition. This is the only place it shows any wear. Basically here, you just see a tiny bit of pickling on the black paint. You can just get it painted if you really want to. So I'll just show you while I'm here. Camera, all working exactly as it should. But those actually just pop out. You just literally lever those out, it just comes out in that little section. And you get them off eBay for next to nothing, so if you really wanted to, but I'm being mega critical because it is in absolutely stunning condition, this car. It's got to have something, of course, that shows its age and mileage, which is good to see. 88,000 miles, 88,316 miles. The only warning light showing is for the fuel, and I'll scroll through, because if it's yellow, there you are, diesel fuel low, and there's no other warning lights if I go all the way through. So that's the only thing showing on the car. But obviously diesel, we'll get rid of that. But it is, as I said, one of the very best out there. Right then, this is a quick road test video. And this is for a Honda CR-V. It's a 1.6 SE diesel. The car's registered YN63WZY. And mileage at the start of the road test is 88,309 miles. The reason we do the videos is to show any of our cars that we advertise online actually in operation. We know to our cost it can be really frustrating to go and see cars which have looked perfectly good in photographs and a description, only to get there and find out when you drive it it's got a fundamental issue which you would have much rather known about before setting off. So that's why we do it. We also do it on these very quiet country roads very close to our premises. This actually forms part of the road test route that we take customers on, and the reason for that is hopefully then it'll be representative of what you feel yourself should you be offered a test drive in the car. So coming to the car itself, it's been very well looked after, and I have to say, I mean, it's, you know, cliched as it sounds, for the mileage it's done, I mean, it literally just feels as tight as a drum, virtually like new to drive, which is something I hate saying because it's rarely true, but really is. It just feels so tight, this car. Engine starts instantly and settles to a completely smooth, even idle. There are no warning lights on the dashboard at all relating to the engine or any other part of the car, and temperature gauge is running as a third, which is exactly where it's meant to be on a Honda vehicle. And the car's been running for some time now as well. But the engines are brilliant diesel engines. It's smooth and quiet in operation, especially so on a cruising at speed. You know, it's very nice companion. It pulls absolutely superbly for even the very low revs, just instantly picks up and goes. So don't think because it's kind of only a 1.6 it hasn't got the guts. Quite the opposite, it really pulls very strongly indeed. Also, being a Honda, they've got a reputation for being very tough and reliable cars. Timing chain driven, of course, no timing belts to worry about on Honda cars, so no sort of major service looming on them either. Hopefully we're not going to get stuck behind this tractor for too long, because I'm not going to be able to get past him because he's massive. But yeah, the engines are superb units, absolutely superb. Engine then feeds through into clutch and gearbox. Clutch in the car absolutely spot on, bite point exactly where it's meant to be in the pedal travel, and it's nice and smooth in its application as well. The gearbox are again absolutely fantastic in these cars. He's a brave man. Crikey me, I wouldn't have expected him to get through there. It's just the problem with SUVs, it does seem to be a bit of an excuse for some manufacturers to kind of give you almost like a commercial van-like driving experience. This slightly vague feeling, the gearboxes can feel sort of quite clunky, long-winded, and vague in their, how they do it. But this is just fantastic. Would so happily go into any of Honda's cars. It's just got a lovely, short, snappy, precise, mechanical feel to it, which is ironic given the fact that actually the gear lever doesn't go into the gearbox. It's a cable that goes through to the gearbox. But really, I mean, it's just a brilliant gear change, and it feels exactly as it would have done when it was new. I can't feel any wear in that at all. Absolutely superb. Steering on these cars, absolutely lovely. Nicely weighted. It's got a natural feel to it. Oh, you are going to go that way and not going to indicate, you swine. More time to chat. Yeah, I mean, it's just really nicely done. It's again incredibly car-like. It's nice to say it's got a lovely weighting to it. It makes the car feel very secure and solid on the road. But it's accurate and precise in the way you wouldn't necessarily expect a car this type to be. But it feels really good. There's also, it tracks absolutely dead straight. There's no vibrations at all at this speed or any speed up to the legal limit, so all in very good order there. I'm just going to see if a little straight here where I've got an opportunity to get past. So at least you know they pull well, because that picks up speed very nicely. The suspension of the car, really well sorted on these cars. Going through corners like the one ahead, which can throw some cars of this type, turn in, hardly any effort at all, very little body motion going on. It's just brilliantly done. I mean, Honda know this market so well. The CR-V is the best-selling SUV in the world, and it's easy to see why, because it's pretty much a home run with everything they do with the car. They're not pretending it's a sports car. They're not pretending anything other than the fact that it's a really good family car. So they just give you a very comfortable, compliant ride. Really nice resolved sort of control through the corners. I wouldn't even call it handling, because if you're sliding it around, it's not that kind of car really. And no nasty noises coming from underneath either. Brakes on the car and give it a nice hard shove right at the last minute. as we're about to take this turn, but great. Really good brakes on the car again. What I'm looking out for is any kind of signs of any sort of pulsing or vibrations coming back through the brake pedal, and there's absolutely nothing at all, so all in good order. Worth pointing out, it'll be going for a independent MOT hopefully tomorrow, so all these things will be checked as a matter of course anyway. Coming inside the car, again, I say in pretty much every CR-V video, especially for this generation, I mean, what a beautifully made machine they are. Absolutely no squeaks or rattles. It just, you know, sometimes you get in a car, you have a few little background creaks and groans, and there's nothing. It's just brilliantly put together. And a lovely dashboard, which is simple and easy. That's just a fuel light coming on, by the way. Just simple, easy to use dashboard, which I love. You've got this big radio CD units here. Again, people of my generation love it. Great big buttons, so I don't have to squint to operate anything. Dual zone climate control system, which gives you different temperatures, or the option to have different temperatures side to side on there. Again, all working exactly as it should and pumping out absolutely ice cold air. And then dashboard in front of me, clear, legible, easy to take the information in. Honda always do that kind of thing really well. Nice small diameter leather bound steering wheel, feels absolutely great in hand. All the functions working exactly as it should, cruise control, limiter, all that kind of stuff, working absolutely perfectly. There's a really good reason these are actually relatively expensive compared to sort of other cars and other manufacturers of the same age and mileage. It's because they are generally far better made and certainly far more reliable than other manufacturers. And we see a lot of customers who sort of leave Honda to go away, lured by the fact that they can buy sort of cheaper options elsewhere, only to come back very quickly afterwards when they realise, you know, the engineering is a little bit more sort of skin deep in some of these other manufacturers that they've tried for a few years. But it just feels as solid as rock. It's clearly been very well looked after inside and out. It's just a very nice car with no issues that I can find at all.